City Community Development and Recreation Committee meeting. And at this time, I am going to turn over the floor to my co-chair. I'm sorry, folks, I have to depart, have something I have to take care of. It's an emergency. So please, everyone, Ms. Alexander will control the rest of this meeting.
Oh, you
It
can't.
doesn't look like we have a quorum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can't start the meeting either.
Well,
You
Mr.
can
Davis-
start, but you can't finish.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Davis is
Has to be Miss,
Ms. Tychester.
and Ms. Zorb.
So, I mean, I don't mind. I could cancel it now.
it's up to you.
I mean, I have to go. I have an emergency. I have something I have to take care of. So, well, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this the Community Recreation Development meeting because, like I said, I have an emergency. I have to go.
Okay.
I gotta go. I can't stay.
I'm not gonna hold you here.
Sorry, Mr. Davis. I apologize.
All right, Budget and Finance Committee will now start. We have a quorum. Yes.
I was checking.
Look, I was looking like, wait a minute. 'Cause technically, Mr. Davis is not on it, but he is welcome to attend anytime. Looking for my mouse. All right, our first thing on the agenda today is the monthly report. Ms. Shiva Stevens-Knott? I said it right.
You did. I'm so proud of you.
I
I didn't
know.
realize it was so difficult.
I get tongue-tied.
A lot of people do, and it's so amazing to me.
I
I'm like,
do every
I really,
day.
I was like, I did not think, it is not.
Shiva Stevens.
Shiva Stevens not. Shiva Chantel Stevens not.
Ooh, clock it.
Wow. Okay.
Ain't that what the kids do?
Do we need the screen? Do I need to get that on, or?
Yeah, do y'all need the screens, or are you comfortable
I think
viewing it?
audience
Oh, the
may-
audience wants the screens.
I got paper. Do you want the screens?
Do we have paper instead?
No.
I couldn't print.
I can get it. That's okay, I'll get it. Don't, I'll take this one. I'll get it. Go ahead, Ms. Knott.
So number one, I want to let you all know that you have numbers instead of just pictures this month. So I do thank you for your grace. The first report, of course, is our bank reconciliation for the month. Our adjusted book balance is sitting at $9,618,920.96, which aligns with our adjusted bank balance accounting for outstanding checks of about $69,000 and some change. The next report lists all of our bank accounts and their balances, the beginning balance, deposits, and withdrawals. Bank summary for October, beginning balance $9,354,512.01. Total deposits are listed. Withdrawals, we were almost even this month, so that's pretty awesome, meaning that the dollars went out almost equaled the amount of dollars that came in, so we didn't dip into reserves or anything like that. Our receipts exceeded our operational withdrawals, contributing to a healthy fund balance. Our overall cash position remains strong. General fund expenditures continue to trend within expected ranges. Major levy funds show stable balances, and then the waste collection and fire levy funds reflect negative unexpended balances, and that speaks to entries that were made in prior years that will be corrected with the adjusting entry once I get direction from the auditors, because these are things that happened in prior years, i.e. closed years. Fund performances, the top four are listed. General fund, and then it lists the unencumbered balances, which is pretty good going into this is for October, so that's pretty good for the next 2 months. We're at a good position. Month-to-date receipts versus disbursements, but the report that everyone likes is our month-to-date fund report, which speaks to every fund and the balance, the unencumbered balance, and so that's a pretty healthy state right now. year-to-date is also healthy. The Galbraith Road is complete. You'll look at that fund and see that $90,000. That is how much we paid. And so that will be rolled into the street levy in order to make that fund go to zero. But the Galbraith Road resurfacing project is complete.
Yay.
Have we gotten the refund back from, or what, however that,
Yes. So if you can see that the receipts were $817,757. Those are the dollars that we got back from SORTA. So that's why there's a negative balance of $90,000 that'll get rolled into.
have you sent that to us?
So what?
This?
Yes, it's in the
Yes,
it's in
it
the
was in
folder.
the-
It's in the packet.
That you got on Friday.
It's a NCH Council final PDF.
Mine doesn't say that. I don't
In your packet?
In the packet?
In the
'Cause
email
I'm
I
looking
sent
at the
out?
packet. Yeah.
have, I'm looking at it too.
No, the one
I
that
just
she
pulled
sent
it
out.
up.
Y'all wanna look at my email?
You don't?
I sent it on,
All I have is her Word doc.
Go to, let me see. Yeah,
It
you're
should
on the
be right.
email.
Yeah, it should be right before it.
Friday at 4:51.
Because she had two emails.
Yeah, go to the Friday one at 4:51.
Friday,
4:51.
I'm going to my scent like I sent it.
1,500.
I don't see it. I know you sent it. Go to our communication, because it was, we had it. Go scroll down.
Christian Hedger, Mike
Your
Graver, Tracy Nichols, me, and City Council.
Friday.
12/5/451. It has the packet, the Budget and Finance Committee, and 2026 budget for all departments.
Yep.
Look at
I
the
see it
5
too.
night, if you got
She
one from.
sent out multiple, so in your Outlook, you may see it in a thread.
519.
Duh, we were talking, that's why I
Yes,
can't find it.
that's right. Go down one more. Email.
I got it too.
They say good afternoon.
That's okay.
No, what is this? Oh, here
Scroll
it
to
is.
519. There you go. Now scroll down. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Click that one. 451. There you go. So there was another email that went out at 519. That might be the timestamp you're looking at. Now click that one and then go down to the beginning of that conversation.
You see it, yeah?
Yeah, I have,
Any email from me on Friday? I only sent out. You don't have no emails from me from Friday?
But I don't have a link.
you don't have a link?
This is the only link.
It's a link, it's an attachment.
It's NCH count, it's a PDF.
Yes.
NCH Council final.
And then there's a Word document, that's the agenda.
This is the whole email thread.
This should be in there.
Ms. Underwood, you got it?
Do I have what?
The document, the email.
This isn't it though, because it has the same time slot, 518.
Are you talking about the report that you've just been reading from?
But it's not
Yes.
in the thread. That's what
Okay, okay, I just want to make sure everybody had it.
Look, this just said the thread.
Did I miss something?
No, no, I was just making, y'all were quiet down there, I just wondered.
Underneath the one from 518,
Yes,
so you got to scroll down, that's eight cash.
yes, absolutely. I'll just resend it, that way it could forward.
Because I don't even know how to get back to your list. I don't even, I'm like, where your list go?
I think our Outlook is super funky on our
Outlook.
computer.
Your Outlook could be funky sometimes. I just sent you an email.
Okay, she said she just sent something. I was like, I don't want to touch nothing. I mean,
No, you
I'm being lost.
I just sent it to you, do you have it?
Crazy is not one.
I lost my place.
Yeah. So did we did you find, does everybody see
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We're all on the same
We're all
page.
together? Okay. And so it's just a lot of details around the fund balances. Please feel free to read them at your leisure. Outstanding check report was provided just to give some insight into what we're doing to manage stale checks, especially with our unclaimed funds report that was due in November. Ultimately, the city has a strong financial position overall. Specific funds have deficits, which we know about, and we are addressing them. And then you have all of your bank statements at the close of the packet. And that, Madam Chair, concludes my report.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns on that monthly report? All right, hearing none, let's move on to the next item on the agenda, which is, give me a second to get it up. Oh, the fun stuff. 2026 budget.
I love it.
Did we send an update? Or was there, because I know it's a fluid document and it's ever changing, but I don't
The
think.
one that I sent you that you sent out again was the update.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All I have is the one that Ms. Dukestein sent. I don't have one that
Yep.
Ms. Chichester sent.
It came.
It's in this
Same
It's in
packet.
the
Here, I'll
same-
send it real quick.
Yeah, it's in the same email.
Which one are we gonna talk about?
2026 budgets for all departments is the third attachment on there. Right.
Well,
So the one that you sent, not the one that you sent.
She sent it to me and I sent it to you guys, is what she was saying.
You sent us another.
I see it. That's okay.
so you got the line item budget from
Yes.
Ms. Dukestein? So which is different than the county budget, because the request was for line items and not, so that's what that is.
That wasn't sent to everyone.
Huh?
No,
Sent
it
to
wasn't,
everyone.
because it was in committee. We talked about that.
So did everyone in this committee get it?
Yeah, because the line item?
I didn't.
The line item version?
Yes, she did.
It's 3 attachments.
It's
If
3
you hit the
attachments, yeah.
arrow, it should say 3 attachments and it'll show you the,
On the one with the,
it's an Excel document.
okay, all right.
Okay. You got it.
But my question is this the one with, that's an, the line, okay.
This is the one that is going to be attached to the legislation. You specifically asked for line item stuff. And so that's what you got for those questions, that Q&A.
Ask me to sign here.
Do you have any questions as it pertains to this one? Or any questions, period?
All right.
I do have questions, so I
so
gotta get my life together.
So I see that there are, lines that have jumped substantially.
Which ones?
Like, the salary police, am I to, just expect that is the plan for, raises?
That is, so far, that can only be an estimated amount,
I
but
understand that.
yes. So that's the 4%.
And your expectation is that police overtime is going to almost cut in half?
Yes, because there are two things that we did they were, when Sharan went to 12 hours, he automatically incorporated 4 hours overtime. So that is, they work a 3, and then they work 4 on 2. Oh, thank you. They work 3 days in a row at 12 hours on the first week. And then on the second week, they work 4 days in a row at 12 hours, which totals 84 hours. So they were automatically scheduled 4 hours overtime.
remember
However,
we-
the state of Ohio says that we can go to 86 hours with police and fire before we have to pay them overtime. That rule or law was not being implemented. So we implemented that going forward in 2026, January 1, 2026. And the other thing is that by them being more staffed, their overtime should decrease significantly.
I think we talked about this before. I think we had that discussion before because we talked about their shifts. And
We
their-
did.
Okay. Because I was like, I remember, am I having a deja vu?
So you'll still see it because it was something that happened under Sharon. He put that in place, that schedule in place, and then we've been paying the overtime. It's something that I didn't want to just say immediately, so it goes in effect January 1st, 2026. So we know for sure that we have the police officers. I think I did the math yesterday, and it was roughly $60,000 just that flat pay and not the time and a half that we would save. And so you can add half of that back to it. So that's around $90,000 a year that we can see in savings and the overtime, just cutting that on an annual basis.
Ms. Stevens not, or Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Gaston, go ahead.
Ms. Stevens not. I'm looking at the police OPERS. If we're looking at the actual as of September, it says in line item, so of course it's 101 521201 OPERS police. It says 20,000, and then it said the budget was 6,000, and then for the proposed for 2026 it's 8,000. Can you just, is that tied into kind of what we were just talking about?
Police are an OPNF. The only reason we have OPERS is for cadets.
Perfect. Okay. So what made it 20,000 this year?
We had several cadets.
We had new officers. I think we have 4.
4. Okay. Thank you.
And like their clerk is in OPERS.
Mm.
The admin assistant, she's in OPERS.
Any more questions?
Do you have any more questions? I was going to move on.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm looking at, I'm going to jump to the Legislative Department 702. And, sorry,
Brad.
I'm looking at 101. So the last few digits is 523400, professional services. What did we use this year for professional services? Was that American Legal? What was that?
I have no, I don't know.
Professional services, no, we wouldn't have used American Legal.
Okay.
Are you talking about, tell me again the line item?
Department 702 Legislative.
I see legislative, but you said
Oh,
5,
3400 professional services. Line
Yes,
number 66 on the Excel sheet.
Okay. All right, that's for you all.
Right.
Yeah, that's what she
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Then it may have been American Services.
Hold on, let me see.
I don't think, I'm not saying it is, I'm saying that I don't know what you all did.
They don't know what they did.
I was gonna say, we don't
They
actually
don't know
tell
what they
you.
did. So I was like, hold on just a second. We'll see if it'll let me get in.
Okay.
I definitely don't have those things memorized.
You should.
I know.
It's to be a Bible.
Oh God, help us all. Did it just go away? I do not know. I will have to find out.
Does it tell you what delinquent tax collection is too?
That was my next question.
Oh, I
Sorry.
told you guys what that is. That was the
Oh, the subpoenas.
no.
Oh.
Mm-mm. The 1099s with IRS.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked. That was for the vendors that we.
Why would that go in council's budget?
That's just where it landed, because that's the only people who had a place to put it. It's not, it's a general fund bill, but we can move it. Where would you like to move it? It's a bill that has,
Right.
yeah.
I mean,
was
I get it all comes out in the wash, I guess.
Yeah,
It's not your ongoing charge, it's just a one-time charge.
Yeah.
And it's general fund money. It's not, you're on general fund, we're on general fund. You had the best line item that fit the
fit the
profile.
profile of what it's
I
for.
guess in my mind, it just sounds more finance related than council related.
Finance doesn't have a line, so we would have to create a line for it.
Yeah, for that one.
Okay.
So I did have a question. So 3500, legal fees and settlements. And so there was a 10,000 there.
You do remember what that was, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we don't want to put anything in that line item, correct? We want to keep that blank for
We
proposed
didn't, we don't,
2026.
we don't anticipate having any more
Right.
lawsuits.
We don't,
I mean, and honestly, we want to handle them better going forward anyways, not, even if we were to get to that point, we would want to enter negotiation differently.
Okay. What about the one underneath it, the legal aid? Is that where we would put funds?
Legal ads?
Legal ads.
Sorry, yes. Do we want to put money in that line item, that bucket as well? Or no?
Probably should. Couple bucks.
Ms. Stevens-Knox, what would you recommend?
Well, what legal ads do you think you all? Because I know I put money in finance for the legal ads that we have to, because like we have to post for the budget and stuff like
And
that.
they have the
Like your
post,
public hearings. you
Yeah.
put in there.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's so far and few between that it can come out of a couple different buckets. Like we'll have, I know for sure, as a city, we'll have a posting coming up because we have to enter into the public bid process for Rumpke.
yeah, but we shouldn't really.
No. So there's a couple times when, let me see, we had to do it for this year where there's a levy, but there's not a levy renewal coming up for this year. So I think we're safe to not have anything there.
That's,
But if you just want to have something there to be comfortable in case something comes up, that can be, I don't know, $150. But the anticipatory needs for 2026, we don't have anything coming up that would come out of that for council. So legislation would come, levies, those types of things.
we're not having anything for the next year on that, so.
If you all did some kind of, some work on your own where you had to post something in the newspaper or anything like that. But usually the city absorbs those costs.
Um,
Come on.
do you,
Come on. She can sit right here. Sit right there. Sit right there.
Are you guys expressing that you want to see something there?
yeah,
think
can
when
we
we-
put the same 350 in that we budgeted for last year?
Sure can.
Thank you.
Question. Did we only put that in there for because we had the levies to renew for this year, or we looking
Which,
to?
well, Miss Anderson probably stuck something there, but we didn't use anything. I mean,
Yeah. Because I mean, even that most of that's there is the finances public hearing. So, and that's why I moved it elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just trying to understand what's the reasoning you think we would use it or need something there? Just to put it there, or?
I think it's just a safe space to put some there. It's only $350.
I know, I'm just trying to see what the intended use would be for, is what I'm asking.
Public hearings.
I
That'd
think
have
it's
to be-
best to evaluate how useful it is. Just because it's always been there doesn't mean that it needs to stay there.
That's what I was
It's okay to have
Said
it
she just
there,
moved it to.
but I think this is the right place to talk about the usefulness of it.
I'm just trying to figure out the intended use. If we put $350, what are we thinking of using the $350 for? If she said that it's more of cities postings and she moved it to a different line item, I don't think we would need,
I mean, there are other legal ads that have to be posted.
Like what?
Public hearings for CDBG funds, public hearings for.
But those would come out of the city budget.
Yeah. Those wouldn't come out of your budget.
Right, but
So if
even
you
just,
guys-
just like you said, the 1099s aren't necessarily in our budget, but they came out there.
So, well, that's
You know what? This isn't a hill I'm going to die on. It's $350 for crap's sake.
I know,
So
I'm just-
let's just get rid of it.
well, we're trying to.
But the
move
thing
forward
is, if
with
we're
the
going to
budget,
talk
and so-
about it, I think
Yeah.
the thing is to talk about it in a framework of context. And so
Well, I was trying to, and I got shot down with everyone. So how about we just forget about it and we move on?
No, Ms. Zor, we're not shooting you down. I'm just asking for clarification and understanding. If you feel there's a valid reason for us to put the $350 there, I want to put the money there. But if she's saying that she is using that expense on a different line item, I don't think adding extra there when she's going to use it in another space is what I'm trying. And so I was just asking for clarification from you of
And
what
I
do you
did
think?
repeatedly.
And
So
Can we
I
please
think-
just move on?
I think
Can we
the
please move on? Please?
Madam Chair.
I'll take a breath for a second. I'm not understanding. I was just truly asking for clarification and not attacking.
But I answered it, and then it came back at me again. So if you don't like the answer I give, then we just move on.
Not saying I don't like it, I'm just trying to make the understanding make sense. Our budget moving forward, Ms. Dukestein and Ms. Stevens not have done great work at
It's not about how great the work is. It's just a question.
making sure our budgets are cleaned up and concise and outlined to where we need to function. And I just don't want to, if her advice is not to put it there, then I want to respect that choice of decision because she's doing the work and I don't want to make things more complicated than they may initially need be.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Dukestein.
if I could provide a small bit of clarity, the difference between the other thing that we took out of here is that was a surprise expense. These we can forecast and we have a knowledge base and a history and a trend, so we can better put them someplace else. So if we were just going on trends, then we might just put it here, which is why I specifically challenged that we not go with the trend because Ms. Shiva Stevens has chosen to put that in finance. So then that would be more, because when you look at the overall charges, they're typically not related to council expenses. So a better placement of that line item would be in finance. Had we had the ability to forecast that other line item that Ms. Zorb pointed out, we would have been able to put that somewhere else as well. Because it's all general fund, we want to put the line items as best suited to where the money is coming from and what buckets they fall under. But sometimes when surprise expenses like the one that Ms. Zorb made reference to come up, we will find another place to put them. Those are the exceptions to the rule, not the rule. But on a typical moving forward basis, we would like to just put them in appropriate spaces. So that is what is being suggested here tonight.
All right, can we move on to printing and reproduction, please?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Gaston, I'm going to let Ms. Zorb go ahead and printing and reproduction.
That's where I was.
Sorry, is that what you wanted to talk about? So, actually, so if we, I guess I was leaning more towards the, like the yard signs and stuff like that. Would that be in that line item, or is that in recreation? I could see it coming out of either, and that's why I'm asking.
So one thing that I am trying to do as it relates to our chart of accounts is to not create the bucket just because somebody wants a new bucket. A good methodology is keep your buckets concise until the bucket becomes unrecognizable. So I thought about the yard signs and I think the magnets and things like that. And so my thought for that is that it's landing in operating expenses because it's something kind of where you're going to, these are part of your the council's operating duties. Because if we only, when you have a line item, well, we have an $11 million budget and we have line items that are budgeted at $200, $600, $800, that's too small. That should not be its own line item. It can be in another bucket.
Okay, so it's in the operating expense.
Right. Or supplies and materials. It's like, it can, we decide where we're going to put it, but it's in there.
The
Those two are
10,000.
kind of
They're very interchangeable. And so when I think about supplies and materials, I think tangible things versus operating expenses being towards action items. So it's things we'll decide. And, as the year goes on, we're like, okay, we might have to, we think about it and make a decision. And once it's there, we know this is what's in there.
So I thought council's printer was leased.
It is.
That somewhere, where's that? Which one is that?
Currently, the printer is falling under supplies and materials. So it's $119 a month, I want to say. Oh, I don't even think it's that much. That's not true. Yeah, it's not that much. And so it's currently falling under operating expenses.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Gaston. I'm sorry, Ms. Zorb, was that all you had under the printer and production?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ms. Gaston. Did you have something in this legislative line item, or were you trying to move on to something else?
She kind of took them.
Okay.
It's almost like she's reading my mind. That's scary. I'm trying to follow all of my notes. So many. So I do have a question for Ms. Stevens-Knott, and I'm sure it's going to be a simple response. But under mayor and administration, there is a blank for 2026 proposed for salaries for full-time positions. Why was that blank?
Under the full-time professional?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no, the administrator falls under salary full-time.
Mm-hmm.
Ben falls under salaries full-time clerical, and the mayor falls under salaries part-time mayor. What I believe happened last year was that they all got rolled together, and and it was all dropped in there. So we pulled them apart so you can see them.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, I did have a question. Beyonce is playing in my head, and is the telephone 1500? What? Can you explain to me the telephone line and why it's 1500? And what line is that? Is that for all of these buildings?
It's a portion of, so we have to pay for our telephone service and our internet. So it's not just a telephone, it's telephone and internet.
Okay.
And so you allocate it based on bodies.
Got it.
Is the best way. So code enforcement has some, recreation has some, finance has some, so that's how since we are sharing space, we share expenses.
Makes sense. Okay. And I think this is the last question I have on this page, but professional services, city admin for 50,000, it went down. What is that professional service? Who are we hiring? What is that 50,000 for?
It was previously for, and Ms. Stevens-Knott doesn't have this history. We were put that in there for economic development. I just know that from me having a seat on council. We didn't use it. We will probably leverage it in 2026.
What can it be used for?
Economic
Economic
development.
development.
It's an actual position role to get somebody in here to give
it.
some consulting
Okay.
in terms of economic development. This year, we needed to focus on a lot of things in-house. We needed to get we just did not have time to leverage that. We had to do some in-house work with the audit and those kinds of things to get those things straightened out.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
Ms. Underwood, Mr. Davis, do you guys have anything you guys want to ask questions on as you review?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Davis?
Mrs. Chairman? Yes. Now, so what happened to We Thrive via the Hamilton County Public Health? In 2025, I want to say it was Department 240 is not, did that get moved or is Public Health they're not contracting with us anymore?
2025, you're referring to We Thrive dollars? You mean grant monies, or what are you referring to specifically?
Right. So previously there was a place like, okay, for what happens with the dollars from the We Thrive grant. And I don't see
They were in recreation.
Huh?
They were in recreation.
So
They were represented in recreation.
So it's just in recreation
So are you looking for, because these are expenses, are you looking for revenue? Because revenue is not going to be on the line items. These are just expenses.
thing. I'm running through this again. Let me. Y'all can come back to me. I might not.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Underwood.
I have a follow-up question to Mr. Davis's question.
Okay.
So if we spend any money from the We Thrive grant, would that be reflected in the budget someplace?
Are we expecting to get a We Thrive grant for 2026?
I'm not certain about that. I'm just trying to.
No,
find-
that's my answer. I'm sorry that this
Oh.
TV is blocking us, but
I'm sorry.
but
That's
Trying to
okay.
bring it closer.
so this represents, our budget represents expenses connected to revenues that I'm expecting that we get. So I don't have any knowledge that we are getting a We Thrive grant for 2026.
Would it show up in somewhere in 2025?
Are you speaking to a previous We Thrive grant, Ms. Underwood?
Whatever Mr. Davis was asking about. I think he's just trying to figure out
Where it went.
where it's reflected in the budget.
So
And
I
I'm just
think
trying
it was a grant that was from 2023.
Okay.
I want to say 2023. So you used to see it because you had 2023 numbers, 2024 numbers, whereas here you're only seeing 2025 numbers and 2026. So that's why you're not seeing it, because I don't know that we're going to get We Thrive money in 2026.
Okay.
And if we do, I'm assuming that there will be a budget that's submitted with the grant application, and then at that time it will land in its own space.
Okay, so next question would be to get with Public Health and make sure that's
That's
okay.
correct. Yeah, because I don't have any knowledge that we're getting any additional dollars for 2026.
Okay, gotcha.
Answer your question.
Yeah.
We got there. Thank you.
This is why I generally stay away from the money stuff. This is y'all's fight.
Those questions, that way you won't be
It's a good-
wondering,
that's a good
and
question, though.
so that way
Yeah.
we can clarify those.
And I think we're all learning about how grants work, and I think that's important knowledge for us all to have.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Ms. Gaston?
So I'm looking at the recreation budget, and on here I see the car show supplies and things of that nature. can you point me in the direction where funds for Juneteenth would come from? Now, I know historically, you know, we would get funds elsewhere, but would it be smart to have a little bit of extra funds in a bucket somewhere?
For
Juneteenth?
So that's going to fall. So I will tell you that I'm not even quite sure why car show has its own line item. But it's not logical because that line item does not give a fair reflection of the cost of the car show.
Okay.
It should just be, it's just one of the events that we throw as a city, which means it's in between supplies and materials, supplies and materials and contracted services. That's where our events dollars come from: supplies and materials and contracted services. Contracted services for the humans, supplies and materials for the things connected to it.
Okay.
And the car show should just be rolled up in there.
So that's, man.
So to clarify, Juneteenth funds would come out of contracted services
And
the
supplies and material.
supplies and materials.
hmm Everything. Fall festivals out of there. Winter Wonderland is that the name?
Yes.
Winter Wonderland is out of there. Every event that we throw as a city, they come out of there.
Thank you.
Anybody
Madam
else
Chair?
cover? Yes,
No,
Ms.
I'm
Gaston.
I was going to ask, so if my memory serves me correctly, Ms. Dukestein, you may remember as well, we had each department head come and explain their budget, but since we haven't had that, have they seen all of this? Are they okay with all of this? And agree?
So each department head came and described what they would project in their budget, and we, Ms. Shiva Stevens and I sat down with them and thoroughly went through their anticipated forecasted things for 2026 and went through where their spending was. That's why you see, like, for example, the police, that we have had a detailed conversation about where do cuts look like for you. The overtime was the decision there that looks like a cut, and then the anticipated spending items that they need to spend, and then along the way, if there's a certain amount over that they need to ask, so they're like, well, I'm just going to build a cushion in the budget and then just spend it. They have to actually get permission to spend it. So they are forecasting their anticipated needs, and these are all approved by each department head.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ms. Stevens, not Ms. Dukestein. I see that the fire department's desires to purchase a first responder SUV. Is that like the truck, the pickup truck that has the cab on the back of it? Is that like being replaced?
It's very similar, and so that
one being replaced, or is it
No.
in addition to?
It would be in addition to. Their ambitions are to curve the cost of when they have to pull the EMS truck or the big fire truck out, and having more smaller, less energy spending vehicles out would help with that. So it's a way to reduce costs in a different way. I know we purchased a SUV, and they were even talking about like maybe getting one from the police. It's not going to be a huge cost, but just it'll save us money in the long run. Smarter, not harder.
Awesome. Ms. Gaston, Mr. Zorb, Mr. Davis, Ms. Underwood? Anybody else have any other things they want to move on to? All right. In the sake of time, since it's 8:13 and we have some other line items to get to, if you do find that you have any more questions on the budget, please email and let us know so that we can address them.
Email who?
Me.
You should.
Or you guys want to take on that? Okay, then email Ms. Stevens, not Ms. Dukestein. Well, Ms. Dukestein, and then she'll forward on to Ms.
No,
Stevens.
she can put Ms. Stevens' thoughts on there.
I just
Ms.
know we
Stevens
don't
not.
normally contact department heads without
But in lieu of the time and us needing to get this on the budget, can
Okay.
we email just Ms. Stevens, not
CCU.
together? Just email us both, and then we'll get to whoever's best fit to answer the question, and we'll do that.
Awesome. All right.
And
Everybody good?
before we move on, I just want to make sure that you all are comfortable with this being put in a format of legislation and putting it on the council floor for the 15th.
Yes. Yes.
I do have a question, actually. I'm so sorry. It just jogged in my memory. Medical insurance, there was a big jump. So this was on the mayor admin, the 701. I don't know if you can see it, LaTanya, but it was like 19 and now it's 60,600.
What are we looking at? What line?
Oh, it doesn't show me. This is,
It's 10.
10.
That looks
Okay,
like
I
a
see it.
typo.
okay.
I feel
Ooh,
like that's a typo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Insurance is high, but it ain't that high. So that's a typo. So I will address that. Yeah.
Right here.
What
I
should
done
it be?
fat
Do you think
fingered.
it's like 10,000? Because it's like
No, it's probably it's
probably like half of that because
At the most,
unexpended
Ooh, I'm glad I saw
was
that.
30,000.
yeah. I think I
So-
just fat fingered that.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Underwood?
I just want to make sure I'm looking at the most current version of this document. So as I'm looking at the admin tab at the top, it says 2025 actual as of May 2025. Is that the most current version?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The one that I sent you in this meeting is the right one.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Ms.
That's
Gaston.
not the one that I'm looking at. I'm looking at, mine says 2025 actual as of September 30th, 2025.
Okay, that's why I asked the question.
Well, if you look at the one Ms. Chichester sent out and the one that I sent out, this is it.
I think that because it says May on it
Yeah.
at the top.
Yep.
Is what the,
Okay, I'm looking at the one Ms. Chichester
I know what she's
sent.
talking
Should I be looking at something different?
Look,
Hold on. It's okay.
The one that I have up here and the numbers that you guys are looking at, that title or that top might be wrong, but the numbers and
yeah. It's
comparatively
on
are
the
the
board
same.
here, Ms. Underwood. You're looking at the right one. It just says May on it. The title is incorrect on there.
I know what she's saying. Though.
the,
Yeah.
It's portable, it's so great.
Yes.
That's correct?
That is not, the May is not correct on there, but everything else is.
Okay.
So, I
But
guess
this is the
confused.
most current version of
That's
it.
No,
what-
I
yes,
don't know
ma'am.
that. No, I think May is correct. September is not.
So
Madam-
it should say as of May of 2025 is what?
She's looking
Okay.
because she's trying to figure out what.
the one that Ms. Dukestein sent us says as of May, so we didn't have the rest of it. And then the one that you sent had as of September.
I
So-
pulled mine up from my email. See?
Well, I mean, we didn't create it.
Oh, you're here. That's right. Open it up.
I mean, it clearly says
Yeah. Of
September. Actually, one of the pages even says as of October 31.
I think
This
you're looking at
one-
this.
The recreation fund.
this form that Ms. Dukestein sent to us says actuals as of May of 2025.
And
And
then
so
the-
when you do the math, it kind of made sense. And then the one that you sent, that's why I was asking in an email what the difference between Ms. Dukestein's was and yours was.
So depending on what tab you're looking at,
I was about to
right?
say, it depends on the
Depending
tab.
on what
'Cause
tab
if you
you're
look at
looking
the
in.
first tab,
Yes,
police,
it says
as
October.
of 9:30.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, I see.
That's
Fire
recreation
said-
says October.
Yeah.
Police
It's a little
says
sticky.
September. So it depends on what tab you
Tab.
guys are looking at. But the one I sent out on Friday is the most accurate one.
And the
Not
one,
full
and the admin tab is somewhat accurate as of 5.
Yes.
Yeah, recreation is accurate
So each
and
tab
actuals
has a
as of
different-
10. These are the, because again, this is a moving document. I'm updating 5 different places based on expenses in those
And those are
departments.
notes that she's putting in there for herself to
Yeah.
let her know what she's done on that tab. So that, because she's keeping a document for herself and then she shares with So she's actively in a shared document, and then it comes to you guys as a saved document. So she's time stamping. That's, yes, for herself.
Keeping track of her changes
Yes.
of
So I
what
don't
she
lose
did from
track of
start to
where I'm
finish,
at.
so they can
Right.
keep.
So at any moment when she shares it, I'm saving it to make it a stamped copy for you all, so that you're not getting this rolling thing. So it's just a mental note for herself.
So, Madam Chair, I have two questions.
Yes, Ms. Orr.
So, I keep hearing this, it's a fluid document. But in my mind, the only thing that should be fluid is like the unexpended. Like, is the proposed 26 column changing all the time too?
Yes.
I mean, think about this. Well, number one, I just fat fingered medical insurance, so that has to change. Your conversations around the salary ordinance will change payroll across the board. So until certain things are finalized, conversations that I'm having with the department heads, might get changed. For instance, I just got an email from Joe. Looks like medical supplies are going up 7 to 8% in 2026. And so when we first had a conversation around medical supplies, it was one number, but now we know more information. And so then that number changes. Now because we haven't finalized it. So once it gets finalized, that becomes what it's going to be for 2026. But then I'll come back at the end of quarter one, we'll have
The
a cleanup
cleanup
audience and
ordinance.
say, hey, looks like things are less expensive than we thought or more expensive than we thought. That's one thing I do appreciate about the county is they're recognizing that we're getting information. We're still getting bills.
In real
I'm
time.
trying to get all the bills for 2026 in so that I can see what we've actually expended. Because the reality is a lot of our department heads haven't had access to this data. And so they're forecasting based on
Old data.
old data. And so, yeah, does every line item change? No, not every line item, but the budget is still changing as we get more and more information.
Okay, so that leads me to, and this is now a third question.
You're
sorry.
fine.
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry, Madam Chair. This is your meeting. I apologize.
No, you guys
No.
go right ahead. This
So-
is fine, because you're
So
explaining it.
what I just heard Ms. Dukes-Dean ask is this okay to send to council floor? But at some point, it has to get locked down.
Once it hits council floor, it will be locked down
Yes.
until the end of Q1 in 2026.
And then that's when we
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
So.
It can't change.
Which is why we
So
are,
how much of this is going to change from this document we have right here until what's going to get sent to the council floor?
Well, I'm going to fix the $60,000 in medical, definitely.
And that-
But that's, I think we got rid of the $350, so not much will change at all. Because once I will tell you this, I can't change it after it hits council floor because that's what has to go to the county to be certified. So I can't do anything once it hits the floor and you all have made your vote on it. That's it.
Thank
yeah,
you.
the thing that I think, so tonight, it changed from tonight to the time it hit council floor, because we have to also talk about in executive session, the, bargaining agreements, which the bargaining agreements impact this document a lot. So once we can clear that away, she can get some solid numbers in there. What she tried to do was forecast based on what we believed was going to happen. But, you get in bargaining agreements, and then there's two sides to a bargaining agreement, so.
All right. So then my third question is, I'm looking at Department 402, Building and Zoning,
Okay.
and I thought that was a contract, and for some reason, we're increasing that $28,000. Did that contract change?
What do you mean? Which one you're looking at?
It's
I see.
XPACs. That's the cost.
But so it went up $78,000?
When I pulled all the bills for the year, well, he wasn't doing a lot of work because you didn't have a code enforcer. Now you have a code enforcer, so he's doing more work.
All right. Thank you.
Ms. Stevens, or Madam Chair?
Go ahead, Ms. Orr. Ms. Gaston.
The life insurance, I see, we have various numbers under the Department 701. It's right underneath the 60,600 one. And it's $141.96. Is that an accurate number?
Based on the, yes, actually, that is an accurate number, because it's like $3.12.
Okay.
It'll go up possibly in August because of how our plan year, we're not on a calendar year, we're on a weird fiscal calendar for our benefits. So yeah, that is actually an actual number.
Okay. Alrighty. I think that is all of my questions.
Alrighty. Let's move on. Number 3, is that supposed to be executive session?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Underwood?
I'm sorry. I have the IAFF agreement, but I don't have the FOP full and part-time agreement.
So the reason I cannot distribute the document if they haven't voted on it, and they have not voted on it. They vote on it on Thursday. So that's why I couldn't distribute it.
Makes sense.
But I can tell you in detail where we're at in the bargaining process. So the IAFF agreement, so we typically do talk about this openly, but we can move into executive session if you do or do not feel comfortable. Last time we did move into executive session. I will let that rest on the shoulders of council and determining your preference. So there was some tangibles that we talked about in executive session that you asked me to go back to them for. I have an update, and then I wanted to tell you where we are with the FOP, full and part-time.
Are we allowed to? Because
You can give us an update.
I can talk about it and give you an update.
Did they
Yes.
agree to what we came back? I guess, because if they didn't, then we should go in and talk about it. If they did, then we're good.
Agree.
They did agree. IAFF agreed.
okay.
And then we have countered with the FOP. And there are 2 spots where the part-timers are, it is reliant on whether we get the full-time FOP agreement approved. And so what they're saying in the part-time is we want it to be the same as, and those are some of the spaces that they're changing in the FOP portion.
Okay.
And then they're, so, yeah. I mean, I can, if you want to talk about it in more specific detail, we can.
I'm good.
But I just can't distribute a
yeah.
document without, I can tell you the points, but. And then I have not heard, I have gotten all the legal work from that has actually asked for me for the part-time firefighters, but their agreement is probably also going to be contingent upon the full-time one.
All right, let's move into executive session.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Underwood?
I have a question about your executive session.
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly is it about?
The salary ordinance to consider the employment.
Okay, just before you, before you read the whole thing. So the only thing you want to talk about is the salary ordinance?
Yeah, we aren't talking about the agreements or anything, right?
I mean, if you
Unless you
wanted to
guys
talk
had
about
questions
the
about it.
agreements in there, you can. You just have to.
Because you weren't, we already had discussions around the IAFF
Okay,
agreement.
I agree,
So-
I understand that. I can just, I'll impose my will, impose on Ms. Dukestein and Ms. Stevens, not, I just should call her Miss Shiva, that's what I should do. Which I apologize in advance if I have questions about the agreements, but my question is our executive session only about the salary ordinance? That's the first part of my question. And the second part is, didn't we already talk about this?
Yeah, several times, but we didn't.
talked about the salary ordinance, but the topic is new.
Ms. Underwood, would you like to be excused from the executive session? Is that what you?
Huh?
I said, are you wanting to be excused?
I just want to know are we beating a dead horse? I don't like those kinds of things, so that's why I'm asking questions.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Duxting.
I'm sorry, we were not beating a dead horse. There's an additional change that I need to speak to you all about that we have not at all touched.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Let's,
And making
Sounds like a
sure,
15-minute meeting.
Madam Chair, I'm not allowed to go in there, right?
Oh, he's counsel.
But I ain't on the committee.
We can
You
invite
were
you.
invited.
she can invite you.
I'm good. I'm all right.
He disqualified himself first.
Come on now.
Mr.
Ms.
Davis, you
Alexander
want
would
to
like to
be.
be invited also.
Okay, so all members of council are present to attend the executive session, invited. So we're having an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, regulated individual, unless the public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual request a public hearing.
Was that a motion? I'm sorry.
Yes, that's a motion to move into executive session.
I'll second,
Thank you.
because Ms. Dukestein promised.
All those agree, all those agree, say aye.
Nay. Just kidding.
Who said nay? I heard a nay.
Real.
We have to vote one at a time.
Yes.
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 Now the wheel is like sticking.
Yes,
You're sitting at the table, sir.
yes.
All right,
All right, thank you.
let's
Executive
move.
session at 8:31.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're back from executive session. And it is 8:58, and we are adjourning the Budget and Finance Committee meeting before 9. Yay!